marriage I want. I want something where we can both have a lot of fun and enjoy the time that we spend together, and then also be very transparent with each other and trust that regardless of if we have issues or not, they can get solved, and at the end of the day, the relationship will still be good. I would also say an encouraging relationship where we want to make each other, be better every day and be proud of each other's accomplishments, and also be each other's, biggest cheerleaders in everything that we do.
Hi, my name's Kiana. I'm 21 and I'm from Walkerton, Indiana. My ideal marriage partner would be someone who's faithful, honest, humble.
Hi, my name is Jim-Elise. I'm 20 years old. I'm from Portage, Indiana, and my ideal marriage partner would be someone who is faithful, committed, does their part, patient and loving, and God-fearing.
I want our relationship, first and foremost, to be God-honoring, and I just want God in the center of it. I think that's a huge part in a relationship in order to grow together and spiritually. And then I want it to be fun. I think that's important too in a relationship, is to have a fun marriage and go out and do things together. And then also like a passion for each other, because I've often heard that sometimes that goes away, but just trying to keep that passion with each other and then for each other. But yeah.
Hi, my name's Kaylin. I'm 21 years old. I'm from Goshen, Indiana. And two characteristics that I think would make up an ideal marriage would probably be honesty and humility. Because without honesty, you can't have trust for your partner. And without trust, there's no bond and there's no reliance on that person, which is kind of what you need for marriage. And then humility, because like the good book says, pride goes before a fall, and you don't want your spouse to fall. So that's me.
Hi, my name's Haley. I'm from Crawfordsville, Indiana, and characteristics of my ideal marriage include faithfulness and just knowing that you're always going to be there for the other, and you don't need to worry about cheating or doing things that you shouldn't be doing. And then the other quality is support for each other and just always being there for each other 100% of the time.
Hi, I'm Bethany. I'm 21. I'm from Buffalo, New York, and I think that an ideal characteristic for someone that I want to marry is maturity. I think that it's really important for us to just kind of be on the same level there and be supportive of each other. And I think another important thing is humility. I think that a relationship should be a picture of Christ and the church, and so I think that we should be sacrificing for each other and just have a lot of humility there.
I found a love for me, darling, just dive right in, follow my lead. Well, I found a girl, beautiful and sweet. Well, I never knew you were.
Is God in the center of the relationship? If so, how has that helped?
Okay. Yeah, I believe God is definitely in the center of our relationship, and I think that it plays a huge part, and just in the way that we treat one another, in the way that we value each other and respect even ourselves. It's a huge part in a relationship, I think. Going to church, simple things like that. Reading the Bible, reading it together is a huge one. Praying together, I think, is huge. And I've seen both sides of marriages, where there's been a marriage with God in the center and one without, and I've seen a complete difference. And I think having God in the center is something that's super valuable and something that I believe is super important and probably a main key in a relationship.
I agree.
Have there been moments where you have felt you guys would never come to an agreement?
Not in my opinion, just because like I said, we've been together for a long time and we love each other for the right reason, so I don't think either of us really have any intention to just give up, and I think that helps a lot.
I would agree.
What are the things you and Kyle have needed to do in order to keep your marriage happy and healthy?
I'd say the biggest thing is, when you've been together for as long as we have, you start to get really comfortable. So I think a big thing is looking back and reminiscing on like the reason we fell in love and why we love each other in the first place. I feel like that keeps, everything centered and really makes us realize some things.
I think another huge thing is like going out and just having fun, like having date nights or something like that, but also getting your alone time. I think that's a healthy thing, is like separating so you get to be with you and he can do his thing, But yeah, I think that we do a pretty good job at learning what we need to do and what we want to do too. It's not just something that we need to do, it's something that we also enjoy doing together.
So after your marriage, have you guys had any disagreements? If so, how did you guys deal with those?
I would say that we've had a couple. This is a combined question, I think. And I think we handle them pretty well. I think we both go into it differently sometimes and trying to work it out. I'm more of, I don't know, I would say I'm more of, I hold it in for a little bit and then everything will come out at once, which is probably not great on my part. And he's more of like, if something's wrong, we need to sit down and talk about it, right? What did you say?
It just depends.
I guess it depends on the situation, the disagreement. But overall, I think we're really good at figuring out how to work it out, and we sit down, we talk about it, and we listen to both sides, and then eventually, like it comes to an agreement somehow, right?
Yeah.
What are key characteristics you love about Kyle and what he brings to the marriage and vice versa?
Well, first, he's a really good like spiritual leader in the house. I think that's huge. And then he's also a good provider, and I think that's really good, especially for when we have a family in the future. He's also very compassionate. He's really good at listening, and he's just caring overall. And we have, I would say, a really good relationship, and we handle things when disagreements come pretty well.
I'd say the biggest thing is she really keeps me, level-headed. She knows how to calm me down and put me in my place, which is needed fairly often. And then also just looking at her and knowing that she's going to be a really good example to our future kids, that means a lot. And I don't take that for granted.
Hello, you guys. So you guys have been married a year now, correct?
Yes.
Right.
After a year of marriage, do you feel Kyle has fulfilled your ideal marriage and vice versa?
Yes, they have. Everything that I looked for in a relationship, I feel like Kyle has really brought to the table, and it's come to fruition throughout our relationship, both before marriage and during.
I would say the same thing. I think coming into this experience, I had an idea of what I wanted, but I feel like she raised the standard, and it's been a great year so far.
Hey babe,
Yeah.
where's the milk?
It's not in there?
No.
We got almond milk.
But I don't like almond milk. We put that in there so when our friend comes over, she can have it. I asked you to get it like 3 times.
I forgot, I'm sorry.
How'd you forget when I asked you 3 times?
I just forgot.
And then when you went to the store, I texted you and then I called you.
So do you want me to the store?
No, forget it. I don't want you to go to the store. But I want you to listen. I don't understand why you didn't listen to what I was saying.
So I didn't listen, I just forgot.
How'd you forget when you were in the store and I called you and I texted you while you were in the store?
I just didn't think about it.
Okay. Well, next time you go to the store, I need you to please get regular milk.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, I'm sorry.
Are you?
Yeah. No, I should have got it. I just forgot. I'm sorry. I'm going into town later though. I'll grab some. Okay.
Okay. Just next time, just listen.
All right.
And if you have to write it down, write it down.
Okay.
Okay?
All right. Love you.